for Luis Scola. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Patrick Beverley. It's tipped. Stolen by Wade. Right against Holiday. Chalmers' shot is no good.
You know, as you said, with where the Nuggets are as a team, certainly not as good as they were in 2013, but it's hard to say they were as bad as their record last year in 2014. I thought that team was better than it showed.
Here's Chalmers after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. To the inside, poked loose. Villanueva with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Holiday throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
And Steve, for the Nuggets, the truth lies somewhere in between what you said I would do.
I would agree with that. Lucky for them, you know, they aren't locked into any lengthy contracts, so they have a window of this year and maybe next to decide where to take this ship.
That is good.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
All alone. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
Dishes to Wright. Fires the three. There's the pass to Chalmers. Expanding his range. That's good. Here's Holiday. Can't get it to go. Oh. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, they're trying to play fast and trying to put the defense on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Olynyk is out there with Randall. Then it's Jarrell Wright. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Chalmers in at the 2. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
I like his composure there under pressure as he was being double-teamed. Terrific pass. Well, you look at Patrick Beverley, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. He's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
For the Nuggets, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Olynyk. Amundsen comes in for Randall. And it's Dang in for Wright. Griffin's checked in for Toronto. Gerald Green comes in for Thomas. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, Kelly Olynyk grew up in a basketball family. His father was the head coach at the University of Toronto. Kelly said, I had unlimited access to a huge basketball mind, which was unbelievable. He loved the game so much, and he had so much knowledge and experience. It really made me want to succeed in the game. Guys?
Great skill in that front court. He fits right in. Thanks, Doris.
Well, Beverley learned pressure defense back in high school as the lead guard in a 1-2-2 press. To prepare his team to play that way, his coach had them running stairs, running around the school nonstop for an hour every day. And Beverley still fanatical about his conditioning. That's flat out embarrassing.
Poked away, and it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
And always good to look at the backstory of the stats. Here are some numbers for Blake Griffin, averaging 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And with him, you get so much, but really having someone lead the way scoring-wise is probably his best attribute.
And you know, Steve, it's not easy to find consistent scoring, but he definitely feels that need for this team.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket. And so Patrick Beverley, taken in the second round in 2009. Clark, the final cut of training camp by the Miami Heat. He spent the next 5 years playing in Greece and in Russia.
You're right, Kevin. Those are physical leagues where they allow a lot of contact. His defense was how he survived. And even now, That's his bread and butter. That's how he plays. He defends.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. And Beverly kicks to Chalmers. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Ezeli. That's blocked. They retain possession. And he gets it to go. Amundsen's got his second basket of the game. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Beverly with the ball. Inside. Amundsen dishes to Ezeli, and he jams it with authority.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Raptors making a switch here. The Nuggets trail by 3. And Beverly kicks to Ezeli, knocked away. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Raptors.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
Good. Now it's a 5-point Raptor lead. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
The Raptors, one of the top defensive teams in the league last season. Not something we've historically associated with this franchise, but give credit to Dwayne Casey and his staff. I mean, they've got this young team competing at that end of the floor, and that's where it starts if you're going to be good defensively. You've got to want to play at that end of the floor.
Gobert, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. And so here's Denver, trailing by 5. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Moment to check out Paul Pierce here. Recent weeks have been really kind to his game. He's put forth some solid performances. 7th in field goal percentage. And he's in the top 10 in steals per game as well. So this is a guy who you have to be aware of when you've got the ball in your hands.
And Steve, you touched on his outstanding field goal percentage. I mean, he hasn't gotten there just simply by having a hot hand on occasion. I mean, it's also a product of how hard he works to find those good open shots. Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over any more easy points like that.
And stolen by Thomas. Now the Raptors moving it up. Pierce with the ball. Here's Holiday. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Raptors lead by 12.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Isaiah Thomas is listed at 5'9", but I think he may be a shade smaller than that. Regardless, he's got a strong frame for his size, and he knows how to use it. He shot 6 free throws a game last year because he understands how to get into defenders, and he can play through contact. And he's automatic at the line, well over an 80% free throw shooter.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Wade's checked in.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
That drive by Carter. Griffin passes to Carter. Gobert with the block. Now here's Chalmers. Guarded closely. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Wade dishes to Gobert. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver returns possession. And Thomas so elusive. A lefty. That's always Stephen Edge.
Yeah, he loves to operate in the pick and roll. And, you know, coming through the lane with that left hand, it's tough to block his shot. He's got that good pull-up jumper as well. So he's a tough cover.
Randall's checked in for Denver. Wright comes in for Luol Deng. And Toronto also making a switch. Embiid's checked in. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Wade misses.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Here's Carter. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Carter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Raptors. Here's Randall. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now here's Embiid. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers.
And he gave great effort defensively as well, including a couple of blocked shots. He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Sanders with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Embiid throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Gobert. Some changes for Toronto. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Villanueva with the bucket.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Wade kicks to Olynyk. Right from outside. Cannot hit. Here's Papanikolaou. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Into the lineup for the Raptors.
Here's Wade. Can't get it to go. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Paul Pierce.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
So for Toronto right now, Griffin is out there with Pierce. Then there's Gerald Green. Then there's Sanders. And it's Thomas in at the guard position. Here's Wade. Pass to Scola. Now the feed to Gobert. Everly with the ball. Now Thomas defending. And it's good. Gobert's got 6 points.
You just can't afford to let somebody get that good position in the paint.
Well, it's more than trouble when he does catch it down there, Steve. He's never going to miss from that range. A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Some changes for Toronto. Holiday's checked in, and it's McDaniels in for Isaiah Thomas. Dang kicks to Wade. Back to Dang. Got a piece of it. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Griffin sets the screen for Green. Holiday. And now here comes Dang, leading the break.
Hammer time! Hammer time!
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half. Raptors surprised people in a lot of ways last season, but number one for me was just how strong they were on the road.
Denver calls timeout.
Well, Denver in the post-Melo years has been a collection of good players, but you always have to wonder if they'll have a low ceiling because this team does not have a so-called superstar.
Embiid, he's checked in for the Raptors. Carter comes in for McDaniels. Absolutely, Clark, no one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Denver's head coach was going over with his team. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. He He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.